build up inoculation of
build
rat
up
piss.
an immunity.
Yeah. He'll be a pussy.
Alex, I've had plenty of rat piss in my life.
Been doing this since I was like 12.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
He's
as many
had so many
cans.
things in his mouth.
Yeah. How, I have nothing.
Yeah.
No,
Just,
I'm good.
You think all these places have just giant like air conditioned like warehouses that everything just stays perfectly temperature controlled and just environmentally.
They do not.
They do not.
It's rats, roaches.
You never done cocaine with a stranger in a bathroom?
I've never done cocaine at all, brother.
No, me either. I was just asking if you had.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
like Toby from the warehouse, like trying to hide from the boss, and he's made like a warehouse like pallet fort somewhere in the back, and he's got a commode and he's got all that stuff back there, and then he's just sitting on top of your Coors Light you're fixing to pop open.
Hmm.
Imagine
Why would
that.
you say that?
Yeah, it makes me not want to. Well, that's
That seems
why.
very specific.
Yeah.
Also, that will drive the sales for bottles because they have nice little caps that protect everything.
Right. If they're sitting on a bottle, it's a different
Unless
story.
he's pissing on it, it's leaking down the side of it.
But just don't put salt on it and lick it.
Hmm.
I don't know where
Okay.
to go from
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot.
Yeah, this is a
Whatever. Listen, alcohol's good. It kills germs. We know how to drink out of a can. But yeah, also clean the top of your cans, man. You never know. That's a
I
safety.
literally
that's
never
our safety
do that.
minute.
It's a safety minute. Hey,
Yeah.
or what do you call that? A safety moment?
Yeah.
Hey, can we get a safety moment really quick? Clean the top of your beer cans. You're welcome.
Also, don't leave them sitting in your cooler for months.
We
I
may have just saved a life.
I have a 2-week turnaround on beer in my cooler. If it's more than 2 weeks, I'm gonna drink it. You know what I mean? And then I'm immediately
You want to come clean out my beer fridge?
yeah. And then I'm immediately gonna go to the store. I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
more and put
Wait.
it in my cooler. Okay.
When was the last time you cleaned your beer fridge out? Because the last summer, I was drinking beers out of there, and there was a few that I was like, this ain't right. Have you cleaned it out? No.
No.
Okay.
I need to go buy a new fridge.
You're gonna kill somebody.
You'd rather
You're gonna
buy a
freaking
new
kill
fridge
somebody.
than clean out your
Well,
fridge.
well, the fridge it's
Right.
It's on the last leg, anyways.
it is. It's
It's 44 degrees to the 43 degrees.
Yeah, we get it. You got that
Oh my
railroad
God.
money.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
want to clean it. I'll throw it out.
This
Yeah.
fridge is old as shit.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine got a new fridge and mine had gone out. So he was like, hey, I got one. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah. Was that your inside fridge for a while, and then you moved to the garage? Or
No.
Was it always your garage?
This was his
See-
garage fridge. Now it's my garage fridge.
That's what I'm saying. This
Yeah,
is-
you don't want a secondhand garage fridge. That's for sure.
Hey, really quick.
About every couple of months, I got to go in there with a screwdriver and hammer and pull ice out of the bottom of it
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
Hey, do you remember
Free
a
ice.
few years ago? Listen,
Free
It's-
ice.
it's
Throw it in
all
the cooler.
it's all fun and games when your neighbors give you stuff, and you look at it and go like, oh, that's great, right?
Unless
But-
it's gonorrhea.
But very yeah, right. Well,
Are we
That's-
recording this?
that's-
Are we live right
Yeah.
now?
that's the gift that keeps giving.
There.
But listen, there was a gift given on our street. It's been a long time, but a certain somebody gave James a TV. He actually put it out by the street, and he told James, you want this TV? And James was like, yeah. It was this big screen television that was like from the 90s, I think.
One of the real thick, heavy ones.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. So James wills this.
Projection stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he wills this thing to his house, and literally within a couple of minutes, he's got it plugged in, and he's watching television in his garage. Steve, who admitted man, he really loved that television. He was really glad. Within 1 week, Steve was like, "Fuck, man, I need my television back, man." His dad has spent he said 10 grand on this television back in the day,
Right.
and he just gave it away, right? And
No take backs.
because he thought
Right.
it's not going to work. It's not whatever. James literally we're watching the Cowboys game. We're watching the
You
Houston
didn't think
game.
about a garage fridge.
That's
I mean,
right.
A garage TV.
That's right. And he was thinking inside the house.
Did you
right?
give it back?
No, we didn't.
Good.
No,
We threw it
wa-
away.
Hey,
We burned the tubes off that motherfucker.
yeah, we did. And listen, he would come over all the time and watch the game, and literally
Bitch about it the whole
every
time.
time. No, he'd one once in a while he'd be like, "Should have kept that fucking television."
It's
Right?
like I ended up
Yeah.
with a garage fridge one time that they said was cursed. This one guy had it. I didn't know him. He got divorced.
Yeah.
Gave it to a buddy of mine.
He got divorced.
My buddy had it. He got divorced. Gave it to me. I had it for a little while. I didn't get divorced.
You're getting close.
No. But I gave it to my neighbor. They didn't get divorced, but they were separated for a while.
They always say it
So-
skips every second generation with those things.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
Stupid.
broken curse.
Stupid.
It was
refrigerators.
actually it was a garage fridge that it could been converted to like a kegerator.
Oh, that does sound nice.
Those are easy to do, man.
We should do one of those.
That's easy to do.
Can we put a kegerator in here, Raul? He said yes. He said yes. I think that is a yes.
He's like, the bill goes up though because it uses electricity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Go need that lunch money. Hey, you know what? Rightfully so. How about that?
Right. Well, yeah.
Because
Speaking
we
of
want
lunch
to
money,
keep it running because you
Speaking of
don't want
lunch
to just come in and plug it in and then your beer's hot.
Hey guys, this is Grabbing the Brisket. We have a podcast. So hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for doing an intro.
John, hey,
Oof.
kick us off, bud.
Yes, I have a little bit of a something every Wednesday. Every Wednesday when I'm cleaning my house, I listen to the From the Middle podcast. And this week they gave us a little call out, a little shout out. They wanted our culinary expertise on a subject that they were discussing. I feel like we might have touched on some of this before.
Okay.
So maybe we already know the answers, but I feel like this could turn into something, and I don't really want it to run into like a half an hour thing. I'm going to run through these questions. You guys should just give me a yes or no real quick. There's 7 questions, so we'll run through it. And then at the end, if you have any comments or questions, Jan, just hold your tongue in your throat until we get to the end, and then...
I can't do that.
Okay, we'll start with James. Okay, is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
No.
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 Okay. Is a hot dog a taco?
No.
No.
Can I go back to the No, it's not a taco. Of
Okay,
course it's not a taco.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Is a taco a sandwich?
No.
No.
No, it's a taco.
Are you comfortable with tacos being referred to as Mexican sandwiches?
You shouldn't label it as any...
I
It's
think-
not your turn.
I think if you live like
No.
north of the Mason-Dixon
Yes or
line,
no?
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
No. 0. No. No.
I feel like there's a gray area here.
There is a gray
Okay.
area, and I want to go back to some of these already.
Okay, and then these ones are semi-related, and you may have heard this before. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. That was going to be my answer too.
No, it's not. Yes, no, it's not.
Yeah. Do you know?
Can we go back to the hot dog real quick?
Last one. Is cereal soup?
No. No.
No.
Milk soup. It's freaking milk soup. Hot dog is a sandwich. I know it is.
Why
What
do
is a
these
hot
questions
dog?
make me so angry?
Yeah, what is a hot dog?
A hot dog is just a hot dog.
That's
No.
what I,
Like,
I
it's
think,
not-
feel like that's where you have to go with this.
No,
is like,
so-
what constitutes a sandwich?
So, yeah, I think that's a really good question.
And then where do you go
Dogs
from there?
aren't sandwiches, they're dogs.
Because why?
Because that's what they are, right? It's like
A
A
hot
chair
dog
is a
like,
chair.
There's
It's
like a
round-
sandwich and there's a hot
yeah.
dog. And there's a hot,
An
those are
ottoman-
completely different classes.
Because it's
an
round
ottoman
meat
is an ottoman,
that's-
a recliner.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
we're getting semantics here.
Look, a sandwich you can take a bite from anywhere you want.
Okay.
Hot dog,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
only taking
I like
a bite
that.
from the ends
Okay.
because you're not
Unless you're
psycho
psycho,
and just
but
like
yeah.
Yeah.
So a
Freaking
hot dog you
psycho.
bite from the end. So is a taco a hot dog?
No, it's a taco. Tacos
No.
have tortillas.
Okay, so if you put a
Or-
hot dog in a tortilla,
is
is
it
it
a
a hot
taco?
dog or is it a taco?
No, it's a
If you put a
struggle
hot
meal.
dog wiener.
It's a taco. And if you put it inside bread,
Okay.
well,
man.
I agree
it's
with
a
that. I agree
kolache.
with you, by the way.
I do.
Yeah.
Let me put out.
Okay, wait.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why am I so
If you
angry
put-
right now
If
with
you
this?
put taco meat into a hot dog bun, is that a taco or is that a hot
It's a
dog?
hot dog. No. If you put
Mm-mm.
taco meat in a what? A hot dog bun?
Sloppy Joe.
hmm Exactly.
It's not a hot dog.
Did
You're
you
right.
just snort? Jesus
it doesn't
Christ.
matter.
Them's are science
Hey,
facts.
you know what? Here's the deal.
folks.
I don't need from in the middle giving these horrible questions to us because obviously, like, we don't know.
Hey,
I
let
think
me ask.
they need
Yeah.
to check their privilege because if you have time to think
Yeah.
about this,
No. This
you're
is
living a pretty good life.
this is great. I love this.
I love this.
Yeah.
Is a submarine a hot dog?
Well, here's what I saw. I saw somebody on the thing say a hot dog is not a sandwich because it has a hinge on it. But then if you go by that logic, then
Then a taco could be a hot dog.
right. And also, if you go to like fucking Subway or a Philly cheesesteak, they all have a hinge on it, right?
They
Also,
don't-
if you
they
get one of those like shitty ass like the grocery store buns
Mm.
and you open it up and it just comes off anyway, so now you're just
Oh,
like eating
hey,
it as a sandwich.
You're,
Or
you're
say-
in limbo.
Can I
Say you're at
ask you
the
a question?
house. Say you're at their house, and you don't have any hot dog buns, and you just use regular bread.
Fold over.
What is that?
It's still
is
a
that
hot dog.
Is that a hot dog?
It's still a hot dog.
Why?
Because
Because
it's a hot
you're
dog
poor.
wiener in there.
Because you're poor.
What if you slice the hot dog in half and then you like put it in between two pieces of bread?
I'm not doing that.
That's a sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
That's
It's a hot
disgusting.
dog sandwich.
That's
I'm not doing that.
disgusting. No.
I've done it. I've been there.
Listen, I don't know what it's called. All I know is that just because it has a hinge doesn't make it a hot dog. What makes it a hot dog is the dog.
Yes.
That's the hot dog.
The wiener.
The wiener,
Hmm.
right? It's not about the bread.
So if you
You're getting-
eat a wiener by itself, it's still a hot dog.
What
right?
about if you put the
It's
wiener
just-
on
you
a
just ate a hot
tortilla?
dog.
You
That's
put it
what
in
I'm
something, still a hot
Yeah.
dog.
Still a
If-
hot dog to me.
You put a wiener inside of a tortilla.
What about
it-
pigs in a blanket? Is that a hot dog?
No, it's a pig in the
Yeah, it's a
blanket.
pig in a
Why are you
blanket.
Yeah, it's
fucking
just-
around right now? It's a pig in the blanket.
I feel like
listen,
we spent like about 5 minutes too much
Yeah.
on this.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Real quick.
James is
I
always the
love it.
guy like move on.
But we could keep talking.
I could
about
debate this
putting
for
hot dogs in
hours,
our
yeah.
mouths and all that stuff.
Yes, I just wanted to get that because we recall that. I wanted
That's
to.
good, I love
wanted to
it. Yeah.
give some.
I just like
some
how
feedback.
angry it made
We
all of
appreciate
us.
that.
Yes,
Like-
exactly.
Like, hell no, it's
Immediate
not.
Uh,
Thanks, John.
America.
thanks
Did
for
you-
asking. I hope we're helpful.
America. That's what it meant.
Everything we said though, that was the right answer.
They always
Mhm.
want to know what Grabbing the Brisket thinks, and we do appreciate it. Did you have anything else like you wanted
That's
to
what
add?
I got. No,
James,
that's
I actually
a-
appreciate your answer though, because you were really like, "Hey, listen, it's hinged. The dog goes in. And you eat it from north to south, south to north, but you're not eating from the middle. Nobody eats a dog from the middle.
Nobody eats a taco from the middle.
Exactly.
I feel like you would, John.
I feel,
Yeah.
I,
I
might.
feel like you would.
I feel like a hot dog is a
Nobody
taco.
eats pizza from the middle.
Maybe a hot dog is a American taco.
Nobody
Yeah,
watches
no.
Malcolm in the middle. I mean,
I don't know. You got too far
That
with
was
that.
a great, that was a
Yeah.
great show.
we
That
went too
also
far.
has the word middle.
It
in
is a good show. Let me throw out there a couple of like interesting, like just crazy, weird fact stories that I came across.
Hmm.
We'll jump into it. Have you ever heard about the 54 hertz whale? That might be
No.
possibly the loneliest whale ever to
The
exist.
loneliest mammal.
54 hertz. Is that referring to like the sound it makes or something?
Correct.
I think I have heard about this. It
It's-
can't communicate with any other whales and it's just by
Correct.
itself swimming around.
It's
I
the
think I have
only
heard about
whale
that
is known to communicate at 54 hertz. And they think that it can't talk to any other whales out
Mm.
there.
What about other 54 hertz
There's
whales?
no other.
Wait, there's
the
only
only
one?
one.
It's just him.
So is it like
Wait,
basically the
hold
Just
deaf?
him or is it a species?
So like a deaf person of whales, basically.
That they don't know.
Wait, hold on. Can we just go back real
I'm
quick?
just saying.
Yeah.
So they found is it a certain type of whale that they found, James?
Or
Is
it
it
a
the only
singular?
one of its kind?
Yeah,
Or is
I
it?
imagine just giant like blue whale. I just imagine.
You don't know.
No, I don't know.
You're
The-
imagining.
The
It's not
story
like-
did not go into
It's
depths.
not
I
as
don't
one of a
wanna-
species.
I need
It's
more
not-
information.
species.
Yeah.
How many
so-
different types of whales do you know?
At least.
I bet you I
three.
could rattle off.
I can name
I
three.
bet you I could do like
I can do
6.
4.
I'm thinking of the
Maybe
whales
4.
that just jump up out of
Killer
the water.
whales? Killer whales?
Killer whale.
You
Yeah.
know,
Humpback,
Norwhale.
They're
Nor-
like
narwhal,
Humpback. Yeah.
blue whale.
Blue whale. That's 4. That's all I got.
I'm thinking the
sperm
ones
whale.
that just jump out
I
of
don't
the
know
water.
if that's real.
It's real.
And
I
then
think
they're
you
like
made that up.
No, it's
No,
real.
it's true.
Giant whale, blue
Logos
whale,
for, like-
red whale.
You can't.
You making shit
Oh, God.
adjectives at this point.
You know the blue whale's got a 6 foot.
We
Pecker?
know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Yeah, we saw that.
So, but I thought that was pretty interesting. The loneliest whale out there that's like cannot communicate with anybody.
And they're just tracking
And
this
these-
poor whale.
These mofos live to be 500,
But no,
600,
you're saying
1,000.
you're making it sound like it's multiple of them, right?
How old they
Just
live?
one.
How old they live?
They've only documented one whale at this 54 hertz.
Yeah. How long do they live for?
74
Well, it's
to
only-
78 years.
It's
Yeah.
only one whale, so nobody
you
depends on
knows.
said-
species.
No, can we stop for a second? There's way too much back and forth. You said 500. How many years is it living for?
How many years do whales live?
I don't know.
You said 500.
I'm just guessing.
500
Somebody-
does seem like a lot.
Somebody Google what the oldest whale is.
Jesus, dude.
While
Jamie got, like,
Raul's
offended.
looking it
Yeah.
up.
Don't you dare say that.
I mean,
whale until-
What are you
I
saying?
mean, sharks live
In
to be like 1,000
in the
or 500 years
1500s?
old.
There you go, Rob.
No,
pull it
they
up.
don't.
This thing was born?
90 years.
90
90 is the
years.
farthest.
96 years.
They got human
Okay.
human years. on
60
these
years.
I don't see a sperm whale up
Females
there.
live 30 years longer. That's some bullshit.
Hey, can you
Well,
show them
it's
the sperm
actually-
whale and actual whale?
That's actually indicative of even our species being humans, that a female live longer too. I
But I
guess
mean,
it just, it's all
you-
mammals.
You can still hang out with party with people that
It's
don't speak your
ridiculous.
language.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
Yeah.
Why don't you go explain that to the whale?
Right.
Hey, what does 54 hertz sound like?
Listen,
Can't-
whale.
You can't communicate with them. Like,
You know what I mean?
No.
What is a
That's
What is
Chewbacca. I'm pretty
You
Yeah.
sure.
can use like
That was
flipper.
more like
You
65
can use like
hertz. You
flipper
gotta
sign
tone it down.
language. Like
Right.
Yeah. Where's the WSL?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
like
just
you can't communicate with them, but it's like, let me watch this. I'm gonna brush up against this boat. Oh,
Right.
like
oh
that.
look at 54 over there. Let's go, boy.
you just come
Yeah.
up with your own
Yeah.
language at that point. I worked
Yeah.
with a guy who was deaf, and none of us knew sign language, and we came up with our own
Sign language.
sign language.
Railroad
to talk to him.
sign
On the
language.
railroad?
No, in construction.
I was
You
going to
could-
say that seems
Construction.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Just
And he's
involve
like,
you like flipping them off in multiple different ways.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What was the sign
It
language
was
for
like-
hammer?
Well,
Nope, that's
and
something else.
then there was like bullshit.
Wait, say
that's
that
probably
again?
actually what it is.
Bullshit.
I'm pretty sure that is actually shit. in
This
sign
is
language.
poop. This is poop.
Yeah,
inside.
that's shit.
But no, we
Well,
had
this
our
is
own
like
sign
going to the
language
bathroom,
with
yeah.
Terry. Like we could communicate with
can
him
Or that,
just fine.
that's going to transition to my other little
Yeah.
little fact that I came up talking about shit.
why are we doing this, James?
I don't know. I
What are
see
you doing?
stuff and I'm like, I want to share it with you guys.
Ooh.
Talking about poops,
Mm-mm.
wombat poops.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good for coffee.
On the only square poop.
Oh, I
Oh,
actually
yeah,
have
yeah.
seen
I've
that.
seen that.
Have
Yeah.
you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Square poop?
wombats poop square poops.
Do they know why?
Like
though?
little
They use it
cubes?
to build
Like
with.
cubes.
Yeah.
They
Wait,
build
wait,
they
wait.
build their houses with it.
Square
Hold on.
logs.
What is a wombat?
I'd imagine like square pebbles.
It's like some kind of mammal,
It is a mammal.
or like a very little mammal. I'm sure
It is.
Raul will pull it up.
It
Is
is. It's
No.
a little mammal.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think there you go.
Wombats.
I don't-
Wombat.
It looks like a.
Oh, it's like a little.
It looks like a neutral rat.
It
Yeah,
looks like
it's
a,
like a little cat.
like a land beaver.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
They do it. They're I guess it's done that way because their poop doesn't roll off and roll away.
They want to keep it.
They
or
want to
something?
keep it.
They build shit with it.
They want to keep it in place
They
because
build
that's
shit with it.
that's their scent. That's how they like keep other
Hey, can you type in poop?
wombats around. It's like this is my place.
Poop?
Look at my square turds.
They want to build a little wombat pyramid or something. That's great. I love that. All right. Well,
Square
thanks for
turds.
sharing that.
There it is.
Where
Hey.
the fuck did that come from?
His vibe.
Oh, she's not joking.
Oh, that looks
like,
like,
no,
a,
he's not.
that
He's
looks
not
like a
kidding. I've seen
briquette.
it.
Looks like
That
charcoal.
That looks like a Kingsford briquette.
And that's where charcoal comes
Wait a
from.
minute. Is that B&B charcoal?
There goes that
Hey,
sponsor.
I like how that one's got smiley faces on it.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you
Hello.
what, it doesn't
Yeah.
look like Jello Stella.
Hey.
I'll tell you that.
Can I really quick? Can we stop for a second and just acknowledge the fact that we don't always get all of us here at one time, and you're all hearing a different voice coming in. There's a lot of us here tonight, but Alex is with us tonight, and it's really badass, man. Because
The federal government said I couldn't work today.
there it is, man, and
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, you work 6, you have to be off 2.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I'm just saying it's not too often that you're here, and you're a big part of the show, and just awesome, man. I just wanted to just
Thanks,
cling
buddy.
with you, man. Appreciate you.
Nobody else cheered me, but that's all
That's
right.
all right, man.
It's
Don't
too
worry.
late. No, it's too
Hooray.
late.
Just
Don't worry
crickets.
about them, bro.
Hooray.
Just crickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
James,
being
you have any
nice.
other random animal facts?
That was the only 2. I'm
That's
not going
right.
to bore you with
You got any-
all the 100 more that I have.
Save it for next
So
week.
we'll save it for another
If
time.
you love that, tune in next week.
Exactly.
Next week, we'll tell you how to cook them hot and fast.
A wombat?
Yeah, all the animals we talked about.
You cook a fucking
Yeah.
whale hot and fast.
Mhm.
You'd have to, otherwise you'd be there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Low and slow? Jesus Christ.
Do the
Right.
whole
Man.
way.
Okay.
All right, let's transition.
That'd be fun.
John, well, I mean, I don't think we really even introduced what we're doing today.
We
as
have a
far
big
as our,
day.
We have an
Uh,
interview here planned
yeah.
coming up here with.
Rum Runners Barbecue. We got Rob and Amy Dopp coming up real quick. And they've got, there's some badass barbecue cooks. They do a lot of competition stuff. But before they jump on with this, can we do some hot off the grill
Definitely.
barbecue news?
I love it.
And I just got a little bit here from you. And this is, I feel like I'm saying it's for me, but this is just stuff Kel tells me to say. And then I say it on the mic. The
Dude, let's
May
go
issue.
Kel.
Yeah.
Kel. He's literally
He is the
probably
greatest guy.
like my favorite guy in
I know.
barbecue. And that's counting all of you. So the May issue is here of the Barbecue News magazine. And because it's National Barbecue Month, this month is free. So I'm going to put a link down below. If you guys want to check out this magazine, if you haven't checked it out before, go click the link and check out this magazine because I watch it read it every month on the toilet. So
But you don't have to say where you read it. It's weird that you keep saying it on the toilet. It's weird. Just say you read it every month and you
I'm being
enjoy
honest.
it.
I'm just saying,
but
like,
you're
it's
just-
a good spot to read things.
It's oversharing. Hey,
Is it?
John loves it. He reads it every month.
On the toilet.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Kel. Thanks for the toilet
hey,
read.
on the cover.
Like,
On the
no.
cover of this month's magazine, because it is barbecue month and it's also Mother's Day this month. He's doing
is.
like a Mother's Day theme thing. On the cover is Linda Orison, which is, as you guys probably know, Mama Shed.
That's it.
Brad and Brooks' mom. She's on the cover, but also Amy Dopp, who is going to be on the show tonight. She has a whole article in there about her this month.
Nice.
So it's free. Y'all go check that shit out. And then once you fall in love with it, go ahead and subscribe. It's like fucking $20 a year or some shit. So get on board or sign up for the MBBQA and get the subscription for free for the whole year. And then come see us at the convention and we will get drunk together.
Drunk.
It'll be super fun.
We'll cook some food. We'll hang out. We'll be best friends.
Great decision.
Yep.
Great decisions will be made. Last thing, also the Barbecue News Magazine or MBBQA, one of them, I can't remember. I'll put a link for this as well. They're doing a Mother's Day giveaway, like $1,000+ worth of goodies, Icy Tech. I'm not going to remember all the people. Blazing Star, Alfregoni.
All the peoples.
Yeah, the Rib Cook-Off. I don't know what it is. There a whole bunch of people putting in some good shit. There's a link down below. Scroll down. Sign up for this giveaway because it's going to be badass. But that's what I got. That's what I got for the Hot Off the Grill Barbecue News.
Thanks, Cal.
Man, it's sweet.
Killed it.
Nice and good. Hey, can I go into a couple of like just introductory like
I would love that.
achievements
Yeah.
for Rob and Amy
Mhm.
Dopp? So Rob and his team recognized as the second in the country for the beef and seafood rub for the 2021 Barbecue News Magazine competition that they put on. So that pretty good, significant achievement
Yeah,
there.
I
That's
think
right.
we got some
Badass.
awards from that stuff.
you know.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of
Amy-
you.
Yeah, Amy, she got a third place at the Firewoman's Challenge at the World Food Championship. Badass. Also, I saw that I think it's 2018, 2017. Can't find the date here, but Rob was a part of the shed and the World Championship that they had at Memphis May, like 2017, 2018.
Memphis in May,
Can we-
they won Memphis in May in 2018, and he was part of that shed cook team. Which he does. I feel like we've probably already met him out there at the Royal in the past couple of years because he's been cooking with the shed out there. So
Yeah.
we've probably already shook hands. We've probably already done a couple of the random
We're friends.
cheerses and whatnot. Just don't remember because we drank a lot out there. So they do a lot of cooking. They do a lot of winning. They do. They've got multiple perfect scores. He's had like over 100 top 10s in different categories, barbecue and steak and whatnot. And he was also on the Food Network, Barbecue USA. Is it season 2, I believe?
It was it's where they are following the comps, right? It's,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
yeah.
Salt Fergalicious on there, Chicken Fried on there, all the guys on there.
That's right.
So, anyways, Rob and Amy coming right up.
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pit master or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on.
All right, we're joined by Rob and Amy.
There
Doc.
it is.
Yeah. Barbecue Badasses. Thanks for jumping in, guys.
Heck yeah. Thanks for having us.
No, so and listen, I know you guys have had this comparison, and maybe you haven't, because I'm the only weird one here. Because I am also married to a girl named Amy as well, and Rob, your name is 3 letters, right? And Amy's name is 3 letters. Amy Rob, right? It's very just whatever. Same with us. Same with me and my wife. My name is 3 letters. Her name is 3 letters.
Wait, you're saying other people? You think other people have made that comparison to you
No,
and your
I'm
wife?
just
and him and
saying.
his
No,
wife?
no, it's
What's
not what I'm
happening right
saying.
now?
It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
Roll the tape back, Ralph.
what I'm saying is that we're on our own. We're in our own league. Like
Yeah, we're
you're-
awesome.
Well,
Right.
but
We're awesome.
we
That's
have
what
one
I'm
for
saying.
better.
So you're
We
saying
are.
y'all are way better than us.
I know.
Of course.
I don't
All
mind.
those letters you have in your name, Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have one extra letter.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
we're
Well,
both
that one
left-handed.
killed you.
Yeah, this is the icebreaker question or thought that we needed to introduce this whole show.
That's
Wow.
right.
So there it is.
That
We're all
was
friends
it.
now.
That was really something. Yeah.
That was weird.
Thanks, Jan. That was good. Hey, we appreciate your
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. That's what I bring to the table, guys. I'm signing off now. Good to see y'all. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Amy, Rob, so hey, first and foremost, welcome to the Grabbing the Brisket podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to shoot a little shit with us and talk a little barbecue. Hey, we always go into kind of the origin stories as far as like for the folks out there that maybe not have heard of Rum Runner Barbecue. Can you just, hey, first, how did the name come about? And then maybe just talk a little bit about the how you got into doing the barbecue and the competition barbecue. How did that start out for you guys?
So there was I got this one. So we were having a huge party one night and cooking a lot of barbecue on an old stick burner that I had. And somebody called a barbecue team and said, "Hey, I think we found somebody that would fit in with you guys." And sure enough, we were a good fit, and we had a lot of fun together over the years. And then that guy moved away, and then we ended up taking the team over. We ended up changing the name to Rum Runners because evidently I like to drink a lot of rum too.
Rob, let's go,
Nice.
man.
I like this guy.
So that's kind of how the name came about. We were sitting at a farmer's market for we have a landscape company. We're doing installs, and we were selling the packages. And we're just sitting there, and Amy's like, "You drink a lot of rum," and I think Rum Runners is pretty cool. So that's kind of how that came about.
And we just kept
Yeah.
kind of saying it back for Rum Runners, Rum Runners, Rum Runners Barbecue, and then it just kind of stuck.
Why do I feel like when your wife tells you drink a lot of rum, she's trying to tell you something else?
No, no, she's not. No, she's not trying to say that. She's trying to be constructive. She killed it. That's a great
Constructive?
name.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah,
That's
it
probably
is.
accurate.
It is right. Yeah, they're always right. Trust
Mark
me.
that down, James. He was right.
I got it.
Oh God. Oh man.
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at SUCKLEBUSTERS.com.
So hey, first of all, let's just get into this really quick. How's y'all's this comp season? It's like, how are y'all doing?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
We're literally packing up tonight to head down south tomorrow for an expo. It's a People's Choice, and so it's 2 days of cooking pork butt and serving pork butt to the public, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
But we've been really busy this season so far.
And we've done KCBS, GBA, and then this one's just like a trade show, so we can actually come out and sell product, and we do have a grill that's coming out soon, made from Tribal Fire. So we can actually showcase that and put it out to the public, which is like a perfect grill for hunting and camping and tailgating and stuff like that. So it's kind of a cool thing. But on the barbecue trail, I mean, we've been, I guess, kind of nonstop since January.
Yeah, literally every month we have at least 1 to 2 things where, last year we had, a few months off, and now it's just like, the calendar, it's just, there's not a lot of weekends that are free to be able to do our normal stuff that we do because I have a regular job, and we have our company. So it's, try to squeeze it all in, but we do.
Isn't it amazing how infectious barbecue really is. And once you catch the bug, right, it never goes away. And it's like you start fitting your life around barbecue. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, okay, look, I know we have this project's coming. I know we have to go to work. We got at the end of the day, you're like, look, we're gonna go to work and we're gonna do what we have to do there, right? And you're building a obviously a successful company and whatever else. But at the same time, you're like, look, we like making money. We like the business. However, our passion is this. And this is what takes a hold of like every single person that we talk to, and even us, all of us here. It becomes something that's it's more than just the 9 to 5, I guess you could say, right? It's every single thing else that consumes. Like, what else can we do with this? And there's so many different avenues you can go down, and obviously, you guys are navigating that, but it's truly amazing. It's just like it's what this sport really brings to you, because there's so many different avenues to go down and streets. To say, like, yeah, you want to be a comp person, great, go be a comp person. And it's truly probably one of the best experiences, especially when you win. But that winning is like lighting the fuse at that point. Your first win lit a fuse, and you go, no, we're doing this. This is going to be our life now. And then everybody has a different avenue they go down, right? It's like some people want to go do this, or they want to come out with a product or a grill or a spice or a cooking class or anything. I mean, it's limitless. It's all about your imagination, how far you want to take it. Which that's really what I love about this as a sport, and truly, it really is a sport with sponsorships and everything else. Which I guess I never really looked at it this way. I mean, the last like probably 8 years, I've seen this more of like a growing field or growing sport, but it really has been this way for the last 20 years, or 25 years, or 30 years. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to go down to a tangent or anything else, but I just want to say I love this. I love being able to talk to new people, and for us, you know, just a really quick thing. For us, it was comp cooking and talking to our friends and hanging out, but then it morphed into this podcast that we have where we get to really talk and dive into people's experiences, you know, and I think that's what truly makes this for us as what we have amazing, you know.
You can take it a step further, though. I mean, we're all family, so like it's just the camaraderie that we have at competitions and stuff. Even though we're like fierce competitors against each other, you know, at the end of the day, we're still family. We all come together and have dinner after a comp. You know, we were just up in Georgia, and we were at Robbie Royal's trailer having wings and French fries and all kinds of stuff. But during the comp, you know, we're fighting to win, just like everybody else.
Yeah, it's almost like it's so pure that it's the only sport and that I can think of that at the end of the day, we're all going to share a beer before, we're going to have a beer afterwards. We're going to talk a little shit, and you know, at the end of the day, we're all friends, and everybody wants to give a tip. Like, hey, you know, honestly, I saw you do this, I tasted this, maybe it needed a little more of this or a little more of that, or whatever the case may be, right? But at the end of the day, it falls to the judges, you know, and that it's in their hands. You know what I mean? You put the best piece out there, and trust me, we have lost against plenty of people that for some reason, I don't know, people like lighter fluid or whatever.
Plenty of people. You like 4 people
win,
we've lost to ever.
You know?
Ever.
But listen, I've tasted some horrible barbecue that people have turned in, and I'm like, they're not going to win. And sure enough, they're walking. I'm like, how the hell did that get in? You know? But I know it sounds weird, and I'm not trying to throw shade.
It sounds a little bit like you're throwing shade.
But I am. But I am a little bit. But at the end of the day, that's what makes it so successful, is that you're open to the public, or you're open for KCBS. You've got, you know, judges that go through training, whatever else. But at the end of the day, it's their palate that you're having to compete with. You know, it's not.
It's that one bite.
Yeah, that's it. You know, that's what I love about it.
Work and everything down to, you know, you put everything you have into it, and then, you know, it is kind of sometimes frustrating to be like completely just destroyed by a judge. and go, how?
Especially when the other judges on the table have like higher scores, and you're like, "What the heck just
Yeah.
happened here?"
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
trust me. We fought, and listen, when you start
Hey.
asking who are the judges, can I talk to those people real
Right.
quick?
That judge right there was drunk.
Yeah.
He clearly was
I
intoxicated.
need to see you out in the parking lot.
Can we
Yeah.
screen the judges a little bit? Like,
Right.
you know,
No.
before and after. It's
No.
fine.
Yeah, I don't want to, and I think that's what makes it so good is that at the end of the day, like when you're consistent and you put the same product out week after week or each competition, you know, that's what makes you successful. It's not about the one cook-off you go and do once a year. You know, it's hard to be successful one time out of the once a year when you go cook. Do it consistently and put the product out there and be consistent, right? I don't want to use the same word over again, but I think it's the only word I can think of. Alcohol, right? Ugh, just kills us. But at the same time, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's all about the repetition. I'll change the word on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you do the same, thing every single time. You know, the same cook. You know, you're bound to hit. I mean, there are table of deaths out there for sure. You know,
But
there's also that angel table out there
Yeah.
that gives you those great scores. And
But
those are tables you always want to be hitting on, but you have no control over that.
But I think we finally realized that, you know, you have to be, you know, more. You can't, like you said, you can't do the, you know, 1 or 2 comps a year. You have to be like, you know, more and more practice you get in as far as doing these comps. You know, unfortunately, it's the same word, but you have to be consistently cooking. You know, not just, you know, yeah, okay, let's go do this one this year and then expect to be the best.
Yep. No, you're exactly right. And like what you like and I'm sorry, you do what?
What you were gonna say, you're not cooking for yourself.
That's right.
And that's very hard to get past because you're like, but I like it, so if I like it, everybody else should like it, and everybody tells me my stuff's good.
Yeah.
But you know, that one judge.
It's the egos. That's what gets in the way, I think. It's the ego of the cook, and it's like, no, this is how I do it. If you can't conform and you're sticking to your guns to a point to where it's a detriment to your cook, that's when you take class. And I'm all in favor of people taking classes. Did you guys take classes getting started?
Mm-hmm.
We did about a year. We went pro. We started in the backyard. We're there about maybe a year and a half. So we went pro, 2017?
When we changed the name.
Yeah, 2017. And then we stayed in that for about a year, just getting pretty much our ass handed to us.
Yeah.
And then we went ahead and took Jim Elser's class with Sweet Smoke Q. And then from the very next one, I think we walked like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm
that's
saying.
a good commercial for that class.
So-
Right.
Listen,
Yeah.
I-
There's the link below for that class.
Yeah.
Go ahead and scroll
Write
down.
that down.
really quick, just the investment you made in that class, if you don't mind, like what did that class cost?
I think it was $600 at the time.
Yeah.
Well, he took it the first time.
Yeah, she ended up taking
then-
it another year, like a year later.
Yeah, I took it myself.
It was
by
like
myself.
600, and then I mean, think about the money you've made back since,
Mhm.
you know, and that's the thing that I hear about classes, you know, and if you don't spend the money on taking the classes, you're just sitting there just giving people money constantly, you know, and that's because you're not walking the stage, you're not getting the money back.
Yeah,
Yep.
you want that return.
I mean, you're never gonna. I mean, you can have a good year and make some money at it, but I don't think you're not in it to like get rich by any means.
Yeah.
want to see that knowledge applied.
Yeah.
And go, okay, hey, yeah, that's what they were talking about, you know, and feel like you got your money's worth, and like, okay, hey, I'm able to take this. And pretty much what we have done is we'll take a class, and so then we kind of have all this information, and then we kind of nitpick, and then we form our own.
Yeah, I think we've taken probably maybe 5 classes or so over the years, you know, and just kind of picked from each one, and we have our own program now.
That's what I'm talking about, man. This is exactly what barbecue is, in competition barbecue, in my opinion. And it's the one thing that I talk about all the time is that if you're getting into barbecue and you don't know anything about it, go to a cook-off. Just go out there and be a part of it. Talk to people. try the food, and then immerse yourself. Make a friend and say, look, I'm going to come out next time you come out. Next time you have a competition, I'm going to come out to this as well, right? And then try something and without taking a class, and then see, okay, this maybe didn't perform as well or whatever. Maybe beginner's luck. I think beginner's luck really gets people just fired up. To be honest with you.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
John's been cooking like steak and shrimp for like 10 years now.
Yes, because of the
first
Alvin
time you ever
cook-off.
did it.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, you do good. It only takes once. It only takes one time of getting that walk. That chef's choice, second place out of 100 and whatever teams, and you're hooked. That's all it takes. That's it.
So it sounds like after that one class is when you guys like really started walking and taking off. But what is the one event or cook-off that really kind of like gave you guys that itch to keep doing this? Like, what really got you hooked on the competition side?
We're still chasing the GC, but we've been close so many times. We RGC'd Plant City here in Florida, and that freaking just like really got us going. You know, I mean, from there, that's why our schedule's kind of been a lot heavier this year than it has been in the past, is because we want to stay consistent.
Yeah. Just win, baby. That's it. Just win, and then it's equated to golf. You could go out and shoot 140 in golf, but hit the one shot, the one drive, and it feels so good. You're like, I'm coming back next week. That's all I'm saying.
And the level of competition we're at nowadays, it's different from what I understand from like 10 years ago, because we've been in it now since 2015. So we're just getting to that 10-year point. But
that's crazy.
I know. And but nowadays you're losing by decimal points.
Yeah.
And that's what's tough. Like, everybody's getting so good at you have to be perfect every single time.
That's it.
No, you do. You're exactly right. And I think that the one thing I keep preaching on our team is that, like, I don't want to be just like everybody else. I want to be consistent, but I want to offer a flavor that's not the same as just everybody else's, right? I want to be just a little bit different. Somebody goes, oh my God, this is
so tricky, right?
It is very tricky, because you can be on the opposite side of that. It's like, this is disgusting. This is not what I wanted,
out, but not too crazy. You just want them to be like you said, kind of think about it and go, okay, wow, would I eat this again? Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
I think get used to flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they like. That's what they look for.
Yeah, that familiarity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this sauce is so good. I'm like, bitch, that's Casey masterpiece. Like, it's just a familiar flavor. Like, oh, this is that. I remember this when I was a kid. Like, this is what it tastes. That's what barbecue's supposed to taste like. But that's what it is. You've got to hit home with them. You've got to make something that we're like, this is it. This is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It is, like I said before, this is a tricky thing to get into.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, because doing the competition and a couple of tips, tricks, pointers that you guys can really just let the listeners know is like, try to point them in the right direction. Whatever. Are they failing at, I'm going to say this. Are they failing at just the taste? Are they failing at the tenderness? Or is it the flavor, the sauce that they're putting on? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, when they go into these competitions, like definitely they're brining and they're injecting and they're putting all these seasonings on and the sauces, and I'm putting like 4 to 5 different sauces together and making one super sauce. And it's like it's going back to like straight from the beginnings or whatever, like a couple of pointers, like, okay, you're doing too much. Like, because we obviously had done too much in competitions. Like, we're like, okay, well, we're layering all these seasonings. We're doing this and that. It tastes great and you don't win. You're like, it's tender, but you don't win. You're just like, any information or just advice from you guys?
The pro tips
would be fantastic.
Okay. I mean, like with flavor, if one judge likes flavor and the other one doesn't, you're gonna get dinged on it. I think I still a firm believer of tenderness. If you got a tender piece of meat and it tastes pretty decent, I think you're gonna score well.
Well, and I think we finally have kind of come to the conclusion that, you know, we lose it in the last part of the cook.
Yeah. So, like, to me, the most important part of the cook is the last 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're getting to that point and you're checking, brisket's a perfect example. You're checking that brisket and it's still just a little tight, and then you get that butter feel, and then you pull that brisket. You know,
Yeah, it's a small window.
miss that mark. You know, or run out of time, or they lose it in the hold.
Yeah, either they're not patient enough, or they like you said, they've just run out of time, and you do, and you sometimes it happens because your cook just will stall, or it's just not cooperating, and so you have to rush it, and you know you do what you can. And
it's super hard to like sit there and like probe that meat, and then like, oh, it feels really good, but it really needs like another 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
and
you're like, oh.
Can we get away with it?
That's
or can we not get
that's
away
where you
with it?
kind of mess up cooks, I think.
What's the what's your hold time as far as after you've cooked, your rest time? Are y'all resting for?
Yeah, we go hot and fast on everything. So we probably pull brisket, I would probably say around 11:30 on average. And then at 12 at the latest. Pork's probably coming off right around 9:30. So we have like a 2 or 3 hour hold on things before we start turning in or boxing or putting them back on the grill to set sauce or anything like that.
Yep. No, I think you're exactly right. I think that's the and we go through other times where like we're always trying to see how long you can hold for, and I don't know why, like because we're just trying to make sure, I don't know if y'all have done this or not, in the backyard where you'll turn around and you'll hold a brisket for about 6 hours, right? In that state where you're basically you've pulled, you're resting, and it's just really trying to see how much more you can just juice this brisket up, right? In its resting state. And I think sometimes there's a point where you go too far with it and your brisket becomes more of a I want to say a roast, but it's just it loses its texture a little bit, that people I think run into a little I think they run it too far, right? It just like cook it all night the night before, and you're like, it was done at 8 o'clock this morning. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, and I'm not saying we haven't done that before, just to see how far we could push the envelope.
Yeah.
I do think the 3 hour window is probably the point that I look at, and that I want that brisket rested at, to where when I'm pulling it off, and I'm gonna go back on the smoker. I'm probably gonna sauce or something. Do you use a finished seasoning after you've sliced? Do y'all go back with that, or okay?
Us and we'll go ahead and sauce it, put it back on for a little bit, set that sauce, and then start slicing, running it through our au jus and everything, and then hitting it with dust and putting it in a box.
Yeah.
Dude, nice. I didn't hear what seasoning that was. What was that again?
Just give us your recipe now. That'd be great.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
What was that? Mix,
Yeah.
what is it?
The ramen packet.
Yeah. You're breaking up there.
Hey listeners, ever been at an event or business gathering and noticed that one thing just stands out? A simple item, but with a touch of personalization.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. CoolieNation.com, it's all about making an impression. Custom designed coolies that aren't just about keeping your drink cold. They're making a statement.
Exactly. And for businesses out there, listen up. Whether it's at a corporate event or your product launch or you're promoting your own brand, these custom coolies can be your next big marketing win.
Imagine your logo or brand message right there in the hands of potential clients, partners, and customers. It's subtle yet impactful.
The quality and design of flexibility they offer, top tier. It's not just a promotional item, it's an experience.
So for everyone looking to make their mark, whether it's in business or just adding a personal touch,
dive into CoolieNation.com.
Elevate your brand, elevate your events.
With Coolie Nation, every sip is more than just refreshment, it's recognition. Make it count.
So head over to CoolieNation.com/brisket and get your hookup.
Tune in next week where we dive into the real recipe, the rum runners.
Well,
okay.
Let me ask you this: what are you guys cooking on?
We run 3 drums and a pellet grill. So we cook on cotton gin smokers for our drums, and then RegTech 1250.
Yeah, I think
Matt,
What goes
Yeah.
on the pellet grill?
You know, I go back and forth with chicken. So,
And then
like,
we finish a lot of them.
yeah, and a lot of the meats that get wrapped will go on the 1250. But I started doing chicken back on the pellet grill again. So, and we've had some calls with it. So, I don't know. It's like, I really do think you get really good flavor out of wood. So, like on the drums, you get great flavor. But, I mean, the judges have been liking the pellet grill lately. So, I've been keeping it on there. So, until I stop hitting with it, I'll probably won't move it back to a drum. So, I don't
I
know.
remember that.
no, I think you're hitting it spot on, because I think the pellet grills are getting more and more popular, and people are starting to really understand that flavor profile that the pellet brings to it, and you're getting more people that have a pellet in their backyard. So it's familiar, you know. I think it's a great choice.
I love pellet grills, actually. I mean, they're great for in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And
That
just
quick weeknight meals.
yeah,
go out
fire
there,
it up,
turn it
and
on.
yeah, that's
'Cause
nice.
sometimes you just don't have time to do the whole, get a chimney, light it, wait for it, do all that. You just, especially like for me,
You have a
like,
long
it's,
day. Yeah.
I work, and as soon as I'm done, it's get up from the desk and you move on to the next thing, because you've got 50 other million things, and especially like comp weeks, you're
Like this week's been crazy.
yeah.
Let me ask you this, a little bit of a I don't know, on topic, off topic. So what is your favorite non-barbecue food to cook at home, or maybe just get takeout?
Well, we used to have a kind of a tradition to where
Yeah.
on a comp week, every Wednesday, we would do all of our like trimming and stuff, and we would order Chinese.
Might have to do that again. We haven't done that in a
Yeah,
while.
we haven't done that. So. But that's what we would do is, we didn't have time because it was we didn't want to mess up the kitchen and stuff. So we would just, be doing the trimmings, and then we would just order, everybody had their Chinese. And
on the weekends, though, I like cooking salmon and stuff like that.
My favorite is shrimp.
Chicken wings. So
And after comps, I get the weirdest like craving. Like I've never craved vegetables more than after a comp of eating nothing but just like meat the whole time. I'm like, I just want salad.
Yeah.
Especially like
Yeah.
seafood. Like I've never craved that more than after a comp.
You're on your own.
So
Yeah.
I do. That's just
Mine
that's
is
me.
like Taco Bell. I crave Taco
Right.
Bell.
Yeah.
that's because you're drunk, James.
Yeah. That's what this comps. That's anytime you've been drinking too much.
Oh.
get the Crystal Burgers or the White Castle.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say
we don't have those here.
no,
Yeah,
but
we
I
don't
was,
have them down here.
but I was gonna say the one thing when I'm at a competition all day is that some of my I get happiest memories or whatever at a comp, because I'm so focused on the competition itself. I'm not eating, right? And we typically don't really drink until after we turned everything in. Well, I want to say not where it's usually around the
We
turn.
start towards the end of the
Yeah,
last
it's
turn,
like it's almost like when we start turning in stuff. It's like, okay, we're here. Let's have a beer or whatever else, but nothing in the morning. Well, not all of us. There's some of us here at the table that will light a beer and smoke that damn thing at 6 o'clock in the morning. Some of us, not all of us. But yeah, I totally agree with you. But there was a competition that we had, and somebody brought like a whole stack full of I don't know who it was. Somebody was showing up. They brought a whole stack of like these chicken sandwiches from
Like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, man. And I'm gonna tell you, it's almost sinful the way you can eat a chicken sandwich when you've had nothing all day and smelling barbecue. You're like the chicken sandwich. Oh my God, man, it just hits. Now it's almost like a go-to, like, who's going to Chick-fil-A today? I need a Chick-fil-A sandwich now, and I don't even like Chick-fil-A that much. But it hits, man. I'm telling you.
Everybody kind of had, we've had our like, we've kind of gone around with things, for a while we had to have those, the Publix, peanut butter filled pretzel.
Oh
little
my
nuggets.
gosh.
Oh, those are good.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
during-
The Publix.
Then we were on an oatmeal cream pie. In fact, when we did our episode on Barbecue USA, our exit interview, we were standing there talking to Michael Simon, and we're like, "Here,
We
have an
slid him
oatmeal-
one over across
an
the
oatmeal
table, and
cream
he's
pie."
like, no. Oh yeah.
Let me eat this now.
Hard to pass on.
Yeah.
You want something totally different,
Yeah.
Just we kind of talked about you guys before y'all came on the show today and on the podcast. And so Amy, you are being featured in the Barbecue News magazine this month.
I didn't even really know about it. So yeah, it was kind of cool to open up and be like, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my face.
How cool is the MBBQA?
Oh, they're awesome.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Kel's
Oh yeah. I mean,
Kale, yeah.
they're cool.
Just waiting for that.
There it is. So y'all mentioned you're doing a competition, exposition, whatever. The Florida Outdoor Expo this weekend. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I'm reading a little bit about it. They've got axe throwing. They've got a petting zoo. There's all kinds of shit going on.
They got the dogs that run down the dock or whatever.
Yes, the dogs jumping competition. What the hell?
So you can actually see it from where we're at. It's so cool to watch them dogs just like they jump like freaking 15, 20 feet, it seems like.
And then you have the
probably
ones,
more.
Then you have the ones that they're like, no, not today. We're not doing it. They're like,
but they've got boats. I mean,
the big swamp buggies,
archery,
all the ammo you could imagine. I mean, camo stuff.
Yeah. Trying to think what else they got. They had one year. They had the pig racing and everything.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
So.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh yeah. It's a good time. It's a big trade show, and they brought in barbecue about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I guess
this is
it
our
was.
third year.
Yeah. And they do a people's choice, and they have each day there's a winner. So, they do about we cook about 24 butts, I guess.
Yeah, give or take.
On average. So they bring a lot of people through them doors. So it's good for us, and we get to sell product and everything. So it's a good show to do every year, and it helps fund our habit.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah,
So you guys,
sounds like a really fun one to go to.
It's a people choice. You said pulled pork or butt or whatever. How does that work? You guys having to
creating a dish for
right?
it?
Is it a dish for it, or are you just like
sandwich?
here's a little bit of pulled pork? How's that work?
So what it is it is a just.
They don't give up the spiel because we don't want people to start.
know.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this
this won't air until
for a
afterwards.
couple of weeks.
But no, what they do is they give you a little little plastic. I think it's like a 2-ounce cup, and basically it's here's some pork.
And you try to sell yourself.
Yeah, and then you get your vote. Like, hey, vote for me, whatever you want to say, and you want yourself to stand out from everybody else.
And we do have a new strategy for this year because we've been like runner up and third place for the last 3 years. So we've been in that top 3 the whole time. So now we have a new strategy as well. So we're gonna go in and win it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I love the mentality, man.
And you're gonna tell us the strategy after you win, right?
Right.
Yes. In about 3 more years, let's win it.
After you guys have ran grand champion through the whole thing a few years.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun because you get to meet like so many different people. I mean,
Joe Namath was there. Warren Sapp from Tampa Bay, which I actually grew up in. He grew up in Apopka, and I grew up in Apopka, so we actually know each other. There's been, I think, a wrestler there or something like that, and then there's been a few other like athletes that have come through there and hung out with everybody. So it's been pretty neat.
But it's definitely really good. Like just people watching also.
Which may be the best, right?
Oh yes,
I love people watching.
Mix of people, you have your people, that are into every different kind of outdoor activity all in one.
All the
so
salespeople,
it's not like it's just archery. It's somebody doing this, somebody doing fishing, somebody and they're all there at the same time, and just about everybody that's inside doing selling their stuff, they'll come out. Each day we'll have the same people like, hey, you already know my spiel, right? Because you've already been through my line twice already. So, they're voting it each day as well. So it's not like it's just like, okay, you might get some people because one, they go through because I think you use 10 different people.
No, it's 12 or 13 this year.
Okay, so this year it's a lot bigger. But I mean, imagine having that many 2-ounce servings of pork.
And a lot of it is the same, like Jim Elser with Sweet Smoke Q, Tillman's Barbecue, who's been crazy hot in Florida. There's a Trompo King that's been in it, I think, all 3 years. There's just been a number of teams that have like been there, and a lot of them are top teams. They fight pretty hard throughout the comp season against each other.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's neat.
That's cool.
Can we go
man.
to this one next year?
Yeah, that's very cool.
Put this on the list.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's come see us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You listen, we're like cousin Eddies, man. Like you say shit like that, we're gonna show up with a Winnebago, like outside with some weird hat on and a robe, saying "Shitter's full, Clark," and that's literally who you're talking to right now. So I'm cautioning you, okay?
Be careful.
Yeah,
Be careful.
My peeps.
We love it.
I love it. I love it. Right. Cheers.
So you've touched a little bit about it. You guys do have your own product out now, and I think you sent some to us. So you want to dive in a little bit into what your rub's all about?
You do it because you're the one that kind of went with it in the beginning.
So we have Captain's Choice. It's kind of just a good all around, all-purpose rub. It's literally good on anything and everything. The very first thing we tested on was a bag of steamed vegetables. And we're like, oh, okay. So the way it came about, though, is we were trying to recreate a steak rub that we had made like a couple years prior. And we got way too much salt in it. And so, he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, let's add this. So we started
pulling stuff out of the cabinet.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden we were like, wow, hold on a second. This is really good. And so, we made a couple of last minute tweaks to it. And then, we went into a test kitchen with it, and it was great. And so then we ended up, boom, there it is. So it really was a happy accident, honestly. But we love it. And, a lot of people have said that they like it, and it's actually, award winning. Yeah. We, in 2021 in the, Rubs of Honor for Barbecue News, it took second place for beef and seafood. It's amazing on like cedar flake salmon.
Yes. Yes.
But even like French fries, tater tots, popcorn,
macaroni and cheese,
eggs. Yes, we have Tillman's barbecue that we were talking about.
They do it on Soulfall too.
They use it in their catering, and their son won't eat mac and cheese without it. So it's a really, really good rub. And then we have a sauce that we're working on.
Actually, two
sauces, and then
another rub. Actually, two rubs. Yeah. Actually, yep.
But it's just honestly and truthfully, it's finding time
and taking our time to do it.
To do everything, because we want to do it right. So, with our schedule, it's like, okay, when are we going to have time to get into the test kitchen, and when are we going to be able to get this to market? So it's just all the factors.
Time and money.
Yeah. So
when you got real jobs, it kind of gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, it's stupid so more often it's not like, I know money is a factor, but more often I think it's just time. Time is something that we just don't have enough of, and I guess you guys are you guys are I guess prioritizing your time enough to get this thing done. Your sauce, what kind of sauce are we working on here?
I got a name for it yet.
Or just a profile? Is it
tomato based?
Is it something that's going? Where are you trying to use it as? It for your glaze? Is it something for?
No, it's got a base. It's a base sauce.
Okay.
It's a peach base sauce. Got a little bit of heat to it, and then we have a combo with another flavor profile that we want to like meld together to be a competition sauce, which hit really hard in pork and ribs over the years. So we've been using this for quite a while. It's just, like I said, time and money, and just, taking our time doing things. You know, we're not in a hurry to get everything out on the market at one time. I heard that's a problem to have too, because, you know, you're not concentrating on one product at that moment to grow it. You have a bunch of products that you got to try to grow at the same time. So I don't mind taking my time.
That, we don't want to overwhelm ourselves of going, okay,
Yeah.
you know, we've got this and that and everything's coming at us. And, you know, we, like I said, we want to do it right. So we want to, you know, just take our time and go, okay, we got this one down pat. Now let's work on this one. This one is selling itself now. And now let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. The time thing, I'm always thinking about time when it comes to cooking. And I think that, you know, a rushed cook, I think you can taste it, you know, and, you know, it's, I can taste it. I can taste when I'm really, usually when I'm a little bit hungry, I cook the best, I think. And it's not because I'm trying to rush it. It's because I'm taking my time and I can really concentrate on the dish I'm trying to prepare. And it is not saying it comes out the best every single time, right? There's whatever, but I do think there's something to your passion, and when you're putting yourself into something, it does translate. And I know it's hard for people to understand that, you know, that, you know, when you're trying to put the best product out there, you can tell when something's rushed. And that's the style of cooking I really like. Is I like the laid back style of cooking, and to be focused in what I'm doing, versus trying to run around and try to accomplish a whole bunch of different tasks at one time. I can't do every little task for a competition and expect every single thing to come out. For me, and it to all come out the way I want. But for you guys are relying on each other. Is it just you two? This is a family affair, of course, but is this you two just, or is there other people on y'all's team that y'all have recruited?
We've got a buddy of mine that I used to play ball with years ago, and he's out of Atlanta, and he actually does travel just to wherever we're going. So if we're in South Carolina, he goes to South Carolina.
Yeah, like
and
he'll
meets
be
up
down
with
there
us.
this weekend.
Yeah, he's flying down to West Palm this weekend. And then we have our son.
We have our old the original team
Yeah.
that we started with. Kind of, you know,
They still come out and hang out with us every now and then, you know. And then my original right hand guy that I started Rum Runners, and then she joined in basically like a year later.
Yeah, I've always been there. Just I would only do like the boxes, and you know, I would do vending, and you know, now I'm more I cook because now I compete as well.
And he's got 2 little babies, so he doesn't show up very often, which is awesome. Family, so
yeah, no kidding. So who's a better cook between y'all two?
Hey, there it is. Hey,
come on.
If you're not watching on the YouTube, he pointed at Amy. So
yes, listen,
that's
exactly what I'm talking about, Rob. Come on.
After 27 years of marriage, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you trained him well.
Let's go.
Both have our drinks. Like, he has great time management, and he's amazing with keeping me on task, because that's my biggest weakness.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
shiny keys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Squirrel.
Okay. Oh yeah. No. Come back over here. And I've had to work really hard this past year, I would say, of just staying focused and, you know, really getting into the feel of, you know, what I'm doing, of, you know, like probing the meat and going, okay, now I understand what that feel is. I know what we're looking for, because
we actually back each other up now.
Yeah.
That we found that works the best for us. So like, if I think it's done, I'll call her out of the trailer and like, hey, check that, tell me what you think, and then we figure out if we need to keep it on a little longer or if we need to pull it.
Yeah.
That's
amazing, guys.
That's what it is. It's teamwork.
Yeah.
Two eyes always better than one.
Yeah. No, 100%. And then your son,
yes,
is also in the game.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
So he is 12, and he's been competing since he was 6. He's done, you know, multiple first place. He's done stake. He's done you know, pork chop,
He's done
anything,
good at the Royal.
hamburger. He did he's been to the Royal
Couple times.
2 years now, and the first year it was burger for his age group, and he was 5th place, but it was a 3-way tie for 3rd place.
He lost in the tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then last year he aged out of that group, so he went into the next one, which was
All the big kids, like
strip steak.
yeah.
Yeah. So he was 15th
this year, I think.
in the world for that.
And then he's doing a thing for MBBQA at Memphis in May. He's going to do a demo on stage.
No, that's so
I think we
cool.
talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Maybe last week.
Yeah, no, we did. I was going to say well, shit. Hold on. Let me formulate this thought real quick, because in Texas, we're starting to see a lot of high schools have high school teams, barbecue teams, and it's a class you can take in high school right now where they're competing against other schools. Is that also there in Florida with you guys?
Yes,
It is.
It's filtered over.
Yeah.
There's actually, I don't even know how many high schools, but there's quite a few now, and some of them have even culinary like classes, like you said.
And now it is filtered down into middle school. So now, and our son's in middle school, so we're working with his school to try to get it into his school, and they're already like on board and like, heck yeah, bring it on, let's do it, because they know what we do, and you know, they're always like, oh well, you know, you could cook for the teachers or what have you, and you're like, yeah, you know, and we've gone through the car line with the cook trailer before, you know.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Last day of school, we'll be picking them up.
The KSBS World Invitational.
Yeah,
so.
in the cook trailer, heading out.
No, that's awesome.
I'm not gonna discount the home ec classes that I took during junior high and all that. But if they've offered a barbecue class,
No brainer.
100%. I'm on board. Let's go.
It's actually it's a cool sport, and like, so we were somewhere. We were at in Houston. We had the barbecue festival. Houston Barbecue Fest was here in Houston 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we were there. But Texas A&M had their collegiate kids there, and they had their own barbecue team, which it's on the collegiate level now, and that's what kind of blew me away a little bit, because everybody's walking around with these A&M shirts and hoodies, and you know they were all branded the same. They were in the same, almost the same shirt, same whatever. And I was thinking, so like, wait, hold on, is A&M? Does A&M? I know they have the meat science. They have the
agriculture,
processing,
meteorology, I think it's called.
Yeah, no, it's not called meteorology. Just don't say that ever again, John. But yeah, I mean, like this is such a growing field. And there was something, we read an article, we talked about this on one of the podcasts, that the room for barbecue is, like, everybody thinks it's first of all, it's not saturated, and I know it can feel that way sometimes when you're so close to it and you're like, oh, there's so many seasonings out there, there's so many whatever. But if you look at it as just like as a whole, it's in the billions. But what they looked at was like, this thing's not slowing down. This is on the incline, so much so that you're looking at, I mean, and I'm gonna throw a number out there, and I know it's not accurate. If it's, let's say it's a $3 billion sector right now, they're looking at it being close to a 6 to 10 billion in the next like 5 years, right? So that's how much it's growing in the next five to 10 years, which is truly freaking amazing if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's you can. There's so many different avenues that you can go with it. You can do so many different things, and you literally can, you know, reach so many different people. I mean, you know, it's not a sport where it's, you know, typically, you know, you're seeing more and more doing this, and now we're seeing more and more kids that are, you know, because they are the future.
Yeah,
one
next
of the
generation.
things is MBBQA that has the, you know, where they have Barbecue News. They have the magazine. It's called Future of the Q, and Brady contributor in it every month, and you know, that's what it's about. It's about these kids, you know, taking our places when we're done and tired of doing this, you know.
I really want Brady to take my place so I can sit and just drink and watch him cook.
Right. You know, so this is how I
love
picture
that.
it. So I picture barbecue being, let's say, in a not so far distant future, right?
Like Star Wars.
Yeah, I see barbecue being like us. Like I'm a middle-aged guy that maybe have a few extra pounds and maybe a little bit of a beer belly.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I said a little bit of beer belly, John.
Yeah, it's
You know,
fine.
exactly,
Yeah,
it is
Raul,
fine, right?
Pan the camera down.
Yeah.
So
Listen, okay, talk about this for a second. But what I'm saying is, I figure in the future, this thing is going to be like, you know, everybody's going to be ripped, like these crazy muscles. You know what I mean? Like, hey, can we get that kid checked over there? Like, is he on some PEDs? Like, what's happening? Why is he? You know, 'cause it's just going to be a whole different class of people doing barbecue versus us middle. James made a comment last week. He was like, when's it going to be time for the middle-aged guy? And I was like, James,
It's been that time.
it's all right. We're past, brother.
You're missing
We're
your boat.
dinosaurs. Yeah. Sorry.
Mr. Prime.
Yeah, you know, so it's gonna be so much more intense. And honestly, I'm waiting for the cycle to happen, and I do think we're close to it. As far as like old school comes back, like it's always retro. Like what was doing good 20 years ago. Like I feel like you're going to see that flavor profile come back a little bit more, you know, and it goes in cycles. A salty, spicy, you know, we've seen that. The spicy kick is here. Like, everybody wants a little bit of spice or a kick to it. Everybody's palates have become a little more refined to where they can handle a little bit more heat to the food versus, and it's all regional. And I will say that because down where we're at and probably in Florida the same, but when you go the further north you go up, the less spice
spice levels is
they
less
can
tolerant.
Yeah, you're right. The less they can handle. But
past the Midwest and it's just
that
like,
jalapeno is too spicy.
Oh, would you put pepper? Oh, that pepper is spicy. No, you're exactly right though. But you're gonna get to a point where that heat level is already there. So where does it go? Right? Does it keep going hotter, or does it keep going? You want a sweeter, or do you want? So I've seen barbecue move to, you know, and I don't want to talk in circles or anything, but you know, when we started in this, first of all, you couldn't sauce a brisket. That was a DQ in our area. So nothing could be added to it. It had to be the seasoning, it had to be the meat, and it had to be the au jus, and that was it, right? And that was part of the rule packet that we would get through and go
no
like,
barbecue sauce,
zero barbecue sauce for brisket. That
welcome
was
to Texas,
right? That was the thing, and now it's like, first of all, and that's one thing I can say it probably hurt our barbecue is that we were unwilling to waver from that. It's not that I don't like a sauced brisket versus a natural seasoned brisket or anything. I'm not saying I do have my preference.
There it is.
Okay, I do have my preference, but I can't say one is better than the other subjectively, right? Because you like one or I like one, right?
Correct.
Or the different one. But I think it's going to go full circle, and I
think that the terminology changed a little bit,
Yeah.
where you went from it's not barbecue sauce, it's a glaze.
It's a glaze.
Right.
We're just glazing it. We're
Glazing
cooking it
is
on.
fine.
It's a glaze. And okay,
Yes.
well, the rules say no barbecue sauce.
Yeah, right.
That's
No
not
sauce.
a sauce.
It's not a sauce.
It's a glaze.
It's a glaze.
And you know, look, there's nothing wrong with it. And does it make barbecue better? 100%. I keep waiting for it to cycle, and it got to a point, and maybe we're still there a little bit. It got to a point where, like, at one point it was like, who can make the sweetest rib? You know, the candied rib. That was for years. That was like a thing, like 4 or 5 years. It's you know what I mean? Like, am I?
How much honey and brown sugar can you put on that thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
That side of
Yeah,
diabetes.
and it's still in Florida. I mean, it's still real sweet. I think there has been a trend where we can get a little bit spicier with it, but
yeah, quite as sweet as it was, but I mean, it was just like,
I mean, it was like,
the sweeter the better.
yeah, like diabetes on the freaking, yeah.
Come on.
Hey, we touched on ribs a little bit here, and I think we're running you longer than we said we were going to. But I wanted to put this out there, put a question out there, because we're gonna be diving into our own little rib series coming up here in the next couple weeks. So I wanted to get the Dopp pro tips on some ribs. Do you have one or two, maybe even three It doesn't have to be
Or 5.
competition. It could be whatever. Yeah,
Or
whatever.
10.
Competition or backyard. 'Cause we got a lot of backyard listeners. For the ribs out there, like, what can these folks do to make their ribs just a little bit better?
Definitely all in the cook, I think. We cook ours at 275 and we hang them.
Mhm.
So we do it a little bit different than a lot of people, you know, and you got to have a drum to do that. You know, we get our color in the first hour, and I only wrap at color. I don't ever any meat. I never wrap until that bark's set,
Mhm.
and that color is perfect. So once we get that color on it, we'll go ahead and wrap, and we'll use stuff like brown sugar. You know, we do a little bit of apple juice in it, you know, because we wanted that little steam effect. But it's at the end when you're sitting there probing, and you got your or a toothpick.
Yeah, because you're
When-
not necessarily going
Yeah.
to a certain temperature. A lot of
Yeah,
people are
it's
like,
just-
"Oh, what's the temperature? What point do I take it to?"
The meat will tell you when it's done.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, when it feels like butter and it's going in like, oh man, just yeah, you know, those ribs are coming off.
I mean, you got that good
That nice little bend
Like,
on it.
that
Yeah,
smiley
it's
face.
smiley
You
face.
know,
Yep.
it's just that's when you know you got it, but you got to. It's like it's just paying attention to it, you know. Like I did a women's grilling clinic, and I told the ladies, I was like, the thing is that whatever you're cooking, you have to, you know, be focused on it. Pay attention to what it's doing, and you know, I mean, it sounds kind of cheesy, but listen to the meat, you know, just pay attention and see what it's doing, you know, watch for different things, and it'll tell you when it's done.
Yeah.
Patience.
Yeah.
Gotta have patience.
Don't rush. Be like, nope, it has to be this, and okay, we gotta have it done at this time, you know. Now, obviously, if you're on a timeline, then yeah, you've got to do what you got to do, but you know, just your average barbecue, you know, backyard cook, you know, just enjoy it, have fun with it, and you know, don't worry about whether it's right or not, you know. At that point, you're cooking for the way you want it.
You cook for your family.
If your family likes it falling off the bone, great, cook
Yeah.
it that way. But in a comp, we can't cook that way. So typically, even when we cook ribs at home, we're not cooking them to fall off the bone.
Yeah.
So,
No party it is.
yeah.
No, you're exactly right. I think that's one of the things that people think about is like, you know, like we all know how we like to eat a rib or whatever else, but depending on the jurisdiction or the sanctioning body will tell you how they're going to eat it, right? So it's like in a CBA in this area or a IBCA, it's they're not able to pick the bone up. They can't pick the rib up, right? So it's a fork and knife. So they're having to cut the meat off the bone and take a bite off of it. If that's the case, you may want more of a tender rib to get that meat off the bone, right? You don't want them to struggle trying to pull that piece off there.
Yeah.
If they're picking it up and taking a bite, well, then that's a different story, right? So
Right.
you definitely got to know the sanctioning body that you're in. Do you have a barbecue fail for us? By the way? Yeah, it's something we ask everybody that comes on because I think when you're failing, people are learning from it,
That's
right?
how you learn, right?
Yeah, it's like what
Yeah.
not to do, you know?
All right, so it was just me and Amy cooking in Perry, Florida at a contest. And we just pulled brisket off. It was absolute money.
Yeah.
I started slicing into it. I literally got over 3/4 of the way, and I'm like, well, let me look at this. I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God. I'm with the grain.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are we going to do? I said, we're going to turn it in. So we chopped it up, put it in a box, sauced the crap out of it, seasoned it more.
Hot brisket.
We were not dead ass last.
There it is. There it is. I love it.
I love it. That is
It's
amazing.
so
Hey,
good.
It happens.
Later on, we asked one of the judges, we're like, did you guys see a box that was chopped brisket? They're like, yeah, actually we did. Like, that was us. We first started out though, we
Great.
Yeah.
probably
Hey,
one
it probably was.
our first fails was we turned in the wrong category.
Oh yeah.
Been
Yeah.
there.
Our
Been
first
there.
as pro.
I started working on money muscles and stuff, and it was rib turn in, and I just got focused on it. I built a whole nice, beautiful pork box, and turned it
for
in.
ribs.
Rep comes over, he goes, the wrong protein.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
I-
lovely.
these ribs ain't got no bones.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's so good.
that is crazy. Hey, Rob, Amy, we appreciate y'all jumping on. I feel
Yeah,
like we
definitely.
could go on for about another, I don't know, hour or two,
Yeah,
but
10 hours.
we're gonna have to save this for another night because we're running out of time here in the studio. So, Rob, Amy, where do folks find you if they want to find your seasoning or they want to find any other information?
So we all of the social media, we're Rum Runners Barbecue or Rum Runners BBQ, and then mine is Rum Runners BBQ Amy. And then as far as like our rub, it is in some Ace Hardwares.
And we got our website. It's actually, our website just got built, so we're working on the storefront now. So we hopefully we'll have that up and running in a couple weeks. So it's Rum Runners Barbecue BBQ at .com. Sorry.
So say it one more time. Rum Runners Barbecue or Rum Runners BBQ?
Yeah, rumrunnersbbq.com.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put a link down below for the listeners as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and then at some point we're gonna, put our competition schedule on there, so if people want to come, check us out.
Right now
wherever
we're just
at.
up and running.
Again, it's time. You got to have the time to do all those things.
Yeah, no,
That's what it's
no
all
kidding.
about. Hey, we appreciate y'all, and we're gonna definitely do this again.
Yeah, thank you.
Heck yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. Cheers,
Love
guys.
you.
Have a great night.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm Pantsless Aaron.
This is Stevie.
And I'm Augie. And we are BFYTW, a podcast all about playing games and having fun. Our games are usually based on British panel shows and game shows, but we'll play anything that captures our attention and imagination. Why? It's right there in the title.
You'll never guess what the F stands for.
Dude, such a great episode, man.
Yeah.
Having them on, Rum Runners, you can tell that they're
It's not road
Passionate
runners.
about what they do.
It's
yeah,
not
they're,
road
they're
runners.
definitely
Road runners.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rum
no.
Runners. I didn't
Hey.
say Road Runners. You did.
I
no,
did
he
earlier. I was
earlier,
making fun
yeah.
of myself. So
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
said
Thank
road
you.
runners, but
Yeah.
that's actually kind of a cool name too.
It
I
is.
do like that. We might, somebody save that. We
BB?
should use that.
No,
I'm
man.
gonna
Hey,
branch off and do that myself.
good for you, Alex. Get the hell out of that chair. Go ahead. No, I listen.
Rob
This,
and Amy, hey, y'all are great. I love the 3-letter names.
yeah, Jan, Amy, Rob, Amy. I'm just saying, man. Coincidence? I think not.
John.
Right.
John.
John, Amy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But very cool. I mean, these people that they've been all over the place cooking at all these competitions. They've cooked with a bunch of really great teams, and then Rob had his own team, and he has won multiple. I think he said he hasn't got that grand champion yet. Multiple reserve grand champions, but he was on the world championship with a shed barbecue, which is badass. Little bit of a rib tip knowledge that they put out there. I mean, I guess it's one of those deals. I think we're probably like maybe an hour and a half into this thing so far. So it's like one of those things. You have the conversation, you just keep going and going and going. You're like, we could sit here and stay all night until it's like, oh shit, no, you hang up. No.
yeah. Well, that's the
Right.
problem. We don't
Yeah.
understand what 30 minutes looks like.
Right.
We don't know. Like
Right,
we're idiots.
30
right?
minutes is like two conversations.
2 hours later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 stories and like, okay, done.
No.
Can we do a 90-second beer review in 90 seconds? That's what I want to know.
Let's
Because
do
Alex did bring a beer tonight, and we need to probably drink.
Okay, look, I think we can do.
I'm
going
gonna
to
look at Raul and see if he gives me. There it is, the thumbs up.
Okay, thumbs up.
So,
Raul had thumbs up. James, grab those beers
This is gonna
really
be
quick.
an actual 90-second.
90-second
Okay.
beer
Hey,
review.
We're doing a 90.
let's
Thank you, John. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Alex,
saying.
tell
I'm
us what we're
super
drinking.
Freaking pumped right
We
now.
are
Is it
drinking
90 seconds starting now?
Shocktop.
Now.
Oh,
Go. Get
Yeah,
yours
Shock
up.
Top.
The reason I
So-
brought the Shocktop
I
is
don't get
because
a
y'all love
bathroom
Blue
break,
Moon,
guys.
That's right.
and I like Blue Moon, but I think Shocktop is a little better.
Okay, I'm ready to. I've actually had a Shock Top before, but it's probably been about 10 years
It's
since I've had
Wait,
one.
hold on. We do the jingle, right?
No, we will.
Yes.
Okay.
We're
Hey,
definitely gonna do
man.
the grabbing the brisket
The people will be mad if we don't.
Review. There it is. Nah, it's all right.
Yeah.
James is never in it.
James, what's going on with you, man? What are we whispering about over here? What's happening right now?
Yeah. He's
Matthew, I got
hey, Matt's mouthing it and we still heard him. So
Matt wants a little taste.
Yeah, Matt's always mouthing it. Okay, we got Shocktop here.
We do.
And this is another Belgian white.
it is. I
Not twist tops.
everybody's
90-second beer review.
no.
No, I missed it.
I know. We did.
Yeah.
Hey, again,
Sorry,
90-second beer review. Get your game faces
Everybody
on,
knows full.
guys. Let's go. All right.
If I remember correctly, this is 5.2% alcohol by volume.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you can't read it and say if you remember correctly. Okay, it's not how it works. You're right though. It is 5.2% alcohol by volume. And the Shocktop logo. This is iconic, right?
Well,
This has been around for a long
changed
time.
Iconic?
No, they changed this.
Yeah.
It didn't used to have the Mohawk guy.
I was going to say,
No, it's always had
iconic
the
is a
Mohawk
strong
guy,
word.
I
right?
don't think it did. Maybe it did.
And our 90
Yeah.
seconds are up.
Right. You ready? Nope.
Anyways, let's try it.
Thank you, man. Cheers. My boy over here.
Yeah, this is
Little-
good. This is good. Can I get one of those cups though? I'm gonna need one of those cups.
Is he the one who gets a cup?
You want one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Pass them out. Why? Put your hand over there, man.
I kind of feel like it needs a cup
Yeah.
to
Let me
mix
give
it
you a
up a
cup.
little. I feel like it's better in a cup.
You know, I have not been drinking and
You know what? That's a lie.
just feel like
you lie to your friends, I lie to my friends. Let's not lie to each other.
I just feel like
Yeah.
I've been not drinking for a while now, and my alcohol tolerance is obviously a little lower
Look,
than you know.
with the Blue Moon, we had an orange wedge in it. Did you bring orange?
I did not, and y'all did not.
Okay, we
Did
did.
not what? Yeah, we definitely did.
No, we did.
No, we definitely had orange wedges in the
Yeah.
Blue Moon.
So
we didn't.
no,
we
we
did. 100% we did.
Stop.
Yeah.
Hey,
You said
hey, really quick, 90-second beer review. Matt, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Raul says he's got some orange wedges in the back for us.
y'all said
he's
that's
kept
what you said on the last one. Then you said you were joking.
No,
No,
we
we weren't.
were joking about
We weren't.
Raul having, but
Yeah. Not Raul. It's Raul.
Raul. It's Raul.
God,
Can I just
bless
say
America.
Raul the way I want to
Matt,
say it?
Take us away.
Okay. I don't think this is a good Blue Moon. To be honest with you, I don't mean to break your heart.
Did you
Alex.
taste it?
I tasted it. Yeah.
What's your score?
It's okay. We're going fast. I'm gonna give it 6.9.
6.9,
Yeah,
dude. That's a great
6.9.
score. That's a great
It's-
score.
It's just kind of like a Blue Moon, but to me it has a little less flavor, and I don't know. It just it's not hitting me the same way that.
Just for the listeners right here, and just go back to what the scoring system looks like, right? If you're a 6.9 on this means that when you go to the store and you
It's
see
good.
this,
It's a good beer.
it's a great beer, and
No,
you're
not
like,
great. Good.
It's okay. It's a
Yeah.
it's a
Thank you,
good
Sean.
beer that you're like, you know what? I'm gonna have some I'm gonna have some Shocktop today.
You're not passing it.
Yep.
That's for sure.
You're not gonna. Yeah, exactly. When somebody goes, "Hey, I got
Well,
a
if it's right
Shocktop,"
next to the Blue Moon,
boom, give me that.
then I might pass it. But
Okay, just stop with yourself. Quit saying the word.
What do you
Blue
give
Moon.
it?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay.
90-second beer
This
review.
is good. I like this. This is good
Yeah.
beer. I'm with you, Matt. I'm sorry, Alex. This is not better than Blue Moon, but again, we did actually have orange wedges in
Yeah.
our Blue Moon,
Mm.
which to me it
enhance the
just-
flavor.
Yeah, 100%. It tasted.
It's
I
a
don't want to
little
say
more
fruity,
weedy.
but
It's a little more
it's-
weedy on this one,
Mhm.
right?
This
Yeah,
one, yeah.
you're
To
right.
me, I'm almost getting more orange rind than I am
More wheat,
Mm.
more orange rind.
something. Yeah. It is good though. I do like it.
It's
I
tasty.
would drink the shit out of it. But I'm gonna. Did you give a score?
I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
6.9. You can give it the same score. It's okay.
I
Don't
really
be
want
mad.
to.
I know, it's okay. That's what I'm
really
saying.
do.
You
This
can- you
is
can
Just do it.
I'm not gonna do it. It's 7-1.
90-second beer
Sorry.
review. Let's go.
Yeah,
7-1.
This is good. Yeah, no, it's good. I do like this. I would
Right.
drink it. I would drink it anytime. Next time Alex has us over at the pool day, and it's like before noon, I'm gonna
Can't
have
wait.
a Shocktop.
Oh, I cannot wait for Alex's full day.
Alex, will you
Hey,
put some of these in
Alex,
your?
Do you want to go or
Beer
do you want me to
fridge?
go? No, Alex, you
No.
go. Go ahead.
Everybody
go.
go, and then I'll go.
You're
He's
the
last. He
last.
brought it. He
Okay.
brought it. He's
Okay.
last.
Hey, James, do you want to go or can I go?
I'm going 6.2.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well,
Good score,
thanks,
James.
That's
Good
low.
score.
That's a little low. You're a little low. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jan.
It's a 7-7.
7-7.
Wow.
7-7.
well.
That's a great beer, by the way.
Then it would have been in the
I'm pretty
eights.
sure you say
Nope.
that about every beer we try, but
That's not true, Matt.
if it
And
was great, it'd be an 8.
It's
still a
true.
7-7.
That is true.
And I actually do agree with y'all about I remember this being better than Blue Moon.
Yeah.
And I had a couple Blue Moons the other day, and I was wrong.
Okay.
It's still really good.
It is good.
It's a 7-8, but I do think Blue Moon is better.
It is.
Just don't let this happen.
And I don't know why I thought this was better than Blue Moon.
No, it's a great beer.
I feel like they're trying to force the orange flavor with this, but it's not the right flavor. It's off a little bit.
I don't think they're trying to force anything. You're
No,
comparing-
100%
no,
they
I
are.
feel like they
Guys.
changed the
But they
like
got
the
you.
recipe
They got you
when
with the
they changed-
marketing. They
when
got you
they-
with the orange labels because you
Mhm.
see orange,
It's
you
the
think
Mohawk.
orange, and it's not delivering.
You know, it's funny. It says it's brewed with citrus peels, and you said you got more of a rind flavor on it.
I said that, yeah.
And it is a wheat ale. Was the Blue Moon considered a wheat ale? I
No.
don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we were on point with those flavors.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I have to
And I
say
went to
right
4
now.
different stores to find this today.
Hey, well, we appreciate that.
I
That was
know.
a
Thank
waste
you,
of time.
Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
I
thank
thought
you,
it
Alex.
was going to be better than Blue Moon, but
Hey,
I
cheers.
agree.
Everybody cheers, to
Cheers,
Alex.
fellas.
Hey, we
Thanks, Alex.
I
thank you for
tried.
bringing this.
Sorry I failed.
And this
Cheers.
concludes the Grabbing the Brisket.
Review. Yeah.
I'll do
Hey.
better next time.
Cheers, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys. Another awesome episode. It's in the
Oh, yeah.
record books. You know what I
Rob
mean?
and Amy?
Rob and
Appreciate
Amy.
y'all.
Not Rob and Amy, but
Robbing Amy?
We're not
Right.
nobody's robbing
Nobody's-
anybody. It's Rob and
Rob
stick them up.
space
It's
and
Okay, let's wrap
space.
this up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're cut
Cheers.
off.
Hey guys, honestly, hey, we thank you for listening to the podcast. We thank you for just supporting us over the years and checking out the website and the merch shop and just buying all the tons of just t-shirts from us. We really do appreciate it. We see it.
Still a bounty.
God dang
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
But honestly, it's been great talking barbecue.
100%. We do have a barbecue fail. We're going to save that for next year. We're going to double up next week.
Next year.
Next week? No.
Jeez.
We have 2 barbecue fails next week. So listen for that. Peace.
That's right. And listen, when you get a chance, go to grabbthebrisket.com. Check out the website.
James already said that.
Yeah, no, you didn't say the website, so go F yourself, Matt. No, but listen, check out the website. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Tell us what we're doing good. And then give us your barbecue wins, your barbecue fails, because those matter. Every time you enter and submit your fail or win, you're actually entering into the competition, which we don't talk about enough, by the way. There's always a competition that we're doing, and it's always a giveaway. We have a big end of the year giveaway, and we do giveaways throughout the year as well. So please enter your submissions. And at the end of the day, like, if you're not failing, you're not learning, and we appreciate every single thing you're doing. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Smoke on.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the MBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, SUCKLEBUSTERS, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Coolie Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.